Welcome back! Today we're diving into proportional and non-proportional relationships in graphs, tables, and equations. Let's get started. So what exactly are proportional and non-proportional relationships? Well, in 8th grade, both of these relationships are linear, meaning they form straight lines when graphed. The big difference is that in a proportional relationship, two variables are related in such a way that their ratios remain constant. In a non-proportional relationship, there is no constant ratio between the two variables. First, let's dive into how these relationships show up in graphs. For a proportional relationship, the graph will always be a straight line that passes through the origin. That's the point 0, 0. For example, this line represents a proportional relationship. As x increases, y increases at a constant rate. If the equation is y equals 1/2 x, every time x increases by 1, y goes up by 1/2. Now this line is different. It's a straight line, but it doesn't go through the origin. This represents a non-proportional relationship. The equation for this line might look like y equals 1/2 x plus 1, meaning that even when x equals 0, y still starts at 1, not 0. Next, let's check out how proportional and non-proportional relationships look in tables. For a proportional relationship, the ratio between y and x will always stay the same. Take a look at this table. If you divide y by x in every row, you get the same number, 2. That's a proportional relationship, and the equation is y equals 2x. Now, check out this table. The ratio of y to x isn't constant. As you can see, y divided by x changes with each row. This is a non-proportional relationship, and the equation might look something like y equals 2x plus 1. See how the numbers don't fit the same ratio? That means it's non-proportional. Let's finish up by looking at equations. A proportional relationship will have an equation of the form y equals k times x, where there's no constant added. The equation shows k, a constant rate of change with no initial value, meaning the graph passes through the origin. Take this equation for example. Y equals negative 3x. The constant rate of change or slope is negative 3, and there's no b. This means the relationship is proportional, and the graph will pass through 0, 0. Now, here's an example of a non-proportional equation. Y equals negative 3x minus 4. This equation includes a constant of negative 4, which means the line doesn't start at 0 on the y-axis. It starts at y equals negative 4 when x is equal to 0. Using the slope-intercept form of a linear function, y equals m times x plus b. The b, in this case negative 4, makes it non-proportional. So remember, in 8th grade, both proportional and non-proportional relationships are linear, which means they both form straight lines. The main difference is that in proportional relationships, the line always passes through the origin. That's 0, 0. And there's no constant added in the equation. In non-proportional relationships, the line does not pass through the origin. Instead, it has a constant added to the equation, which means the y-intercept is not 0. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious and stay fresh.